Hi everybody, Tylord here with a pickups video. It's been a while. I got a gift from Retro Tiburon in the mail, and I got some gifts from my family for my birthday. A friend of mine at work gave me a gift, so I'll share all that on top of all the VHS trash as usual, and some DVDs and some video games. I'll start off with a package from Retro Tiburon. He sent me some good stuff here. First, I guess he knows I'm a big Godzilla fan, and he sent me Godzilla King of the Monsters. I think that's a couple movies back in the American series, which is a pretty cool movie. A Blu-ray of that. I think we have this, but I'll gladly give it to my in-laws who were big Godzilla fans. This one had King Ghidorah and all of them. I think Rodan and all of them were in this. Mothra, I'm pretty sure, was in this. King of the Monsters is a pretty good American movie. Oh, look. UMD of Resident Evil 3, Extinction. These movies are very fun. I haven't watched them in years. I kind of want to go back and do a marathon of them. I got rid of all of my UMDs. I sent them over to Mark the Game Shark, or my UMDs sent them to Mark the Game Shark. I was going to get rid of them, but yeah. Look at these people think this street goes through. There's a dead end sign right there. You can see it for a mile. People still try to drive this way. They think they can get to Walmart over there. Can you believe that? Speaking of Mark the Game Shark, can you believe these assholes? Oh no, that's just the neighbor. I'm sorry. The neighbor's just turning around. Yeah, you can't believe all these assholes. They come down the street like the street goes through, and then there's a dead end. Like, what do you expect? There's a dead end sign there. My Mark the Game Shark impression. So I don't know if I sent him this one. I might send it to him because I don't really collect UMDs anymore. I still have my PSP, but just I have a couple of games for it. I have From Russia with Love, and I think Casino Royale UMD, and that's about it. Just Bond stuff. And then I have all of my downloadable content on it. Yeah, so I don't really collect for that anymore. But this is a cute movie here with Mia Jovovich. And then he sent me some collector cards or trading cards. Here's some Garbage Pail Kids. It's got the big poster, like you put all the puzzle pieces together for a poster on the back. Here is Fred Food. He's made out of food. Fred Food. Here is another one. Garbage Pail Kids. Here's Brainy Brandon. He looks like one of those Viewmasters. The brain coming out of it. And then I'm not sure what this is. It's from a movie. It's card number 17 in a series. It has like a Boston Examiner like newspaper article on back about this sea monster attacking a ship. And I don't know if it's from a movie or it's just its own creation. I don't know what series that's from. It's called Tourist Trap, this one, but it's a cool picture of sharks and sea monsters attacking an ocean liner, a cruise ship. Very cute. And then I'm very happy with this. He sent me a Jaws 2 card. I'm not going to open it up now because I can use one hand, but I might open it up in the future. I have some more of these Jaws cards. I could share them later on. But I had a lot of these as a kid. I'm happy to have this. But I can feel there's still a stick of gum in there. If that's what that is, I feel a stick of gum in there. Even back then in the 80s when you get these things, the gum was already hard and powdery at that point. So I can't imagine what it's like now. But these were just the stills of the movie, I think. There was some artwork. I think the Jaws 3 ones had like 3D pictures. You could put 3D glasses on and see like 3D artwork. But some Jaws 2 ones, one of my favorite movies, my second favorite shark movie ever made, one of my favorite movies ever made. Gino Schwark directed it. Very, very underrated. Everyone kind of dismisses it, and everyone praises the original Jaws, which deserves to be praised. But I mean, this is at least half the movie Jaws 1 is, which is very, very, very good. Very overlooked classic as far as I'm concerned. Speaking of classics, here's some T2 cards, and I had these as a kid too. I might do a dedicated video to opening these up and looking at them. I had these T2 cards when I was a kid, 12 movie cards. per each one. That was kind of fun back then, but before we had phones and all that, collecting little cards with the scenes of the movies and little descriptions of scenes in the movies and all that. And those are sealed. Thanks so much, Retro Tiburon. He's always looking out for Ty-Lord at the swap meets. I remember him getting this at the swap meet. Check it out. He just sent it to me so I could do an Andre the Giant impression. Here's Fezzik from Princess Bride. Wow, this is very detailed. He has like his, wow, he has like his shirt. There's actually a shirt, and he has a belt, and he has his toes can move. Many points of articulation here. So he can stand on his tiptoes. I haven't seen a toilet like with this much articulation. What company is this? It's so detailed, I can't even see the... I remember, I think he found a packaged version of him too. It just says Princess Bride. It's made in 2021. What's he say? Anybody want a peanut? What's he say? I am the Dread Pilot Roberts. I am here, but soon you will not be here. The Dread Pilot Roberts has come for your soul. What else does he say in there? Oh, great, fantastic movie. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. What else? So that's a package from Tiburon. He's always looking out for me. I got a package for you, Tiburon, coming up. I think one of the things is in here, actually. So and then I got from my little friend at work, Amelia. She's young, very pretty, single. Any of you young men make good money, let me know. Let's see. Yeah, she's always looking out for everyone at work, always buying everyone Christmas presents or birthday presents and cooking food for people. Very nice young lady, kind of a nerdy girl herself, but she knew I was into VHS trash and video games, so she went down to the Laughing Crow and got me some birthday presents. One of them is a sealed, or not sealed, but it's in a protective case of Police Academy, one of the great 80s comedies. Very funny movie. I got a confession to make. I've only seen this one. I like this movie. I've seen it many times, but I've never seen any of the sequels, which is crazy, huh? And we got, oh, Kim Cattrall's in here, hottie. Retro Ryan's favorite guy, Steve Guttenberg, is in there. Yeah, this is a funny movie. Here's one of my favorite Chuck Norris movies, a Firewalker, and I think I have several copies of this. I might send one over to a Dad Level Podcast. I have a package for him going on. This is a fun movie, a fun like buddy adventure movie, kind of like in the vein of Indiana Jones or Alan Quartermain type movie with Lou Gossett Jr. and Chuck Norris. Fun action adventure movie. The gal from Flash Gordon's in here. The pretty blonde Melody Anderson. Lou Gossett Jr. is kind of the guy that plays it straight. Chuck Norris is actually kind of the funny guy in this movie, which usually he's always so serious. He's kind of like the goofy guy, the troublemaker in this one. This is a fun movie. And speaking, here's another classic, and I might have dupes of this, so maybe if Vince, I think Vince probably already has it, but Total Recall, classic here. Not only is it a fun action Arnold movie with all Arnold one-liners, but it's kind of a fun psychological thriller, sci-fi, top of the line sci-fi right here too. Really fun movie. But I like that this is the peak of Arnold's career right here around like Terminator 2 and this. Excellent stuff. And then Tony Hawk Pro Skater for Game Boy Color. I guess that was one of her childhood favorites. So I thought when she always talked about that, I thought she was talking about the PlayStation one, but I guess that's the one. So I got to try this one. It must be good. If it must have a following, I guess. If she liked that, let's see. Okay, so that's all the gifts from them. From my mommy, I got. Speaking of Jaws, we talked about it earlier. I have this Quint's fishing shirt she got me for my birthday. Birthday's already been a couple months ago. That's how behind I am with all this stuff. And I didn't check this out. Thunderball, the t-shirt. Excellent movie here. You got Bond with a jetpack on. You see it? Thunderball. I don't even want to wear this and ruin it. I've been wearing my Diamonds Are Forever shirt a little too much and it's starting to wear out. But I have this one now. I guess shirts are made to be worn. I don't know what else to do with them. Okay. I guess I'll do video games now. Oh, and then I think I had one of these already, but the Aston Martin Goldfinger 60 years anniversary Hot Wheel of the Aston Martin from Goldfinger. Very yeah. I think I had one I found at the grocery store for $1 a while ago, but always happy to have another one. Just in case it crashes into a wall or it gets shot up, or what else happened to an Aston Martin. I guess Connery's Aston Martin and Daniels are the only ones that got destroyed, or gets blown up like in Skyfall. So the Aston Martin got destroyed 3 times in the movies. Well, okay. And then on to some. So I'll do the video games now. So if you're bored, you can leave after that, because it's just going to be all VHS trash and movies after that. Here's one I ordered off of AliExpress, and I got a copy of it too. I was going to send to Tiburon. Final Fight. I feel bad. I need to go. Got to remind myself to go donate to this guy who made it. This team made Final Fight for Sega Genesis. It's probably the best version I've ever played. It had a couple of glitches at the end, but I can't blame it on the game. It could just be the repro. It worked perfect until the end. I noticed the last stage, the last area. I don't know if it's meant to be like that, but there were no enemies on that last place with his pillars going along until you get to Belger. Then you fight him, and then it started glitching up a bit. Like his wheelchair stayed there after I knocked him off, and it almost glitched out. But I think it could just be this, and I'm sure there's more complete copies of it by now. But the whole game felt perfect to me. It was actually a little bit too easy. It felt so smooth. I never got through Final Fight so easily like this. Like, it felt so smooth. I could the fat guys are way more forgiving. The Andres are way more forgiving. Unless like it's just super easy to control, and it feels that way. The bosses are a pushover compared to like the Super Nintendo version or Sega CD. So I think I beat it on my very first credit. I still had like 7 lives left. So this is way easier than any other version I played. But I mean, it plays just the same. It's very fluid. It looks like the arcade. It sounds like the arcade. I prefer that Sega CD soundtrack, but this is probably the best version I've ever played. I gotta go donate to this guy, because I feel bad. I bought the repro, but I never invested or put any money into the production of it. Yeah, Final Fight MD, Final Fight Mega Drive. Highly recommend this. I'm going to send this to Tiburon. I might go get some more copies and give them to other people. I got to donate to the, I can't remember the name of the developer that did it. I've been following it for a few years. I played the first demo of the first couple levels, and it was good then. It's even better now. This is perfect here, other than like a little glitch at the end. And it's way easy, but I don't mind that. The Abigail fight, usually I struggle. I think I beat him like an under 1 life bar on this one. Speaking of AliExpress, here's what I've been wanting to play. I don't think I'll be able to play it in time for Dad Level Podcast favorite RPGs, but this is Vince's favorite. A few of my other friends say this is their favorite also. Chrono Trigger. I got a repro of that. I'm not going to spend the $300 or whatever it is on the real copy. I have it on PlayStation 2 and the Final Fantasy. I have it on PlayStation 1 on the Final Fantasy compilation disc, but I know I'd rather just play it on a Nintendo with less loading and all that. I hear that version's not so great, but from what I played of it's not bad. But kind of played on this. I think it has a battery save, so I'm hoping it'll work fine. Maybe I should just play a ROM of it. Anyway, we found at the Rasputin's, I don't know why, American Chopper. I don't know if I even had that, but it was like $1. So this was a cute show. I remember the dad and the son were always arguing. Oh, like he's about to hit the son. They were always fighting with each other. They're trying to build these custom motorcycles. Create your own American Chopper. I think you can race them too. It's probably a really bad game. Oh, it's Activision published it and Create Studio developed it. Okay. Here's what I was going to play with my daughter. I got it at GameStop, actually. So I think I used my $5 off, so it was probably only $2. Scooby. So it looks like you can do you can do 2-player, I think, co-op multiplayer with a Scooby-Doo. She's a big fan of Scooby-Doo. The whole family's a Scooby-Doo. We're Scooby-Doo fans, so we got that. Here's one I've been waiting for a long time. I couldn't wait, so I downloaded the digital copy of it, but here we go. Excellent game, Jaws Retro Edition. Yes, I spent $30 on this old Nintendo game, and twice actually. Here's the physical version of it. Has the original game on it plus an enhanced version. I kind of think like this is enhanced version is the way the game should have always have been. I think if this enhanced version had come out back in the 80s, this game would be highly praised. It sort of just expands on Jaws. It gives it, makes it more like an RPG, an action RPG with missions and quests all on the same map. Yeah, four stages. I guess they're kind of loosely based on each of the 4 Jaws movies, but it's all set in the same spot as the original. Kind of different. I don't think there's any unique new sprites other than on the over map you can see like the enemies on the board now, other than random encounters. But other than that, most enemies are the same. There's variations of each of the enemies. No, there's different items. It's very, very fun. Recommend that one. Yeah, and the original game is still on here too. What else we got here? Okay, and then shout out to Alpha Nerd Entertainment, who is doing the summer challenge right now. Haven't got around to much of it yet, other than these 2 games. I picked these up at the Laughing Crow. Paperboy on the Sega Genesis, which is part of Alpha Nerd's summer challenge. Go look up the summer challenge from Alpha Nerd. There's 6 or 7 little games. It wouldn't take that long. Just kind of like summer themed games, summer themed levels. Paperboy, I think you play through the whole week. I can only get to Friday, so I got to practice this one more. It goes on until deep into the summer, so I'll have time. And then Cool Spot, I think you said you could do that on either Nintendo or Genesis. The speedrun.com times are very similar, so he's just accepting either of them. I got this because it was the cheapest copy I could find. Not as bad as I thought. Graphics are kind of good. It's kind of a fun little game. I got to the 2nd level. I don't remember how many it is for the challenge. I think you have to get through like the first 3 or 4 levels as fast as you can. And then I think he has Crazy Taxi on there, which I have a copy of that on 360 with that Dreamcast collection. And then we're doing Turtles 3 on Nintendo and Adventure Island 3. Or is it 2 or 3, one of those. And then once again, Need for Speed again, one of my favorites. So we're doing the Coastal Track. So looking forward to playing that. And that's about it for the video games. I guess I'll go on to the DVDs. And then I'll end off with the VHS trash. I hope I didn't miss anything. If not, I always make another video. 18 minutes. Wow, we've done a lot already. Okay, I found this one, 50 cents, Major League. I didn't have that one. I never see this around very much, so I thought I would get it with Charlie Sheen. Yeah, I forgot Bob Uecker was the announcer in there. Who was in that? Corbin Benson, Margaret Whitten. Oh, Rene Russo was in there, yeah. There, got that one. A good sports movie. Fantasy collection here I got for 50 cents. I got that most. I think I already had this, but Beastmaster's on there with Mark Singer. So I never see that anywhere, so I had to get it with Mark Singer and Hubba Hubba Tanya Roberts. Bond Girl, Beastmaster, Mark Singer, quite a looker himself, Mark Singer, huh, in that. Kind of looks like He-Man. Let's see. Yeah, then it's got Merlin and the War of the Dragons. I don't know what that is. The Midnight Chronicles, don't know what that is. And Dragon Quest, I think that might be a Japanese movie. Oh, Brian Thompson's in it. And Mark Singer's in that too. Okay, maybe I'll watch Dragon Quest. I don't know what that is. It's not Dragon Quest as in Dragon Warrior. Here's one I picked up, Black Cobra. It's not Black Cobra with Fred Williamson, which I love. But this one is Black Cobra. It's got Cary Hiroki Tagawa, rest in peace, is in there. You know, Shang Tsung guy from License to Kill and all that. You would see him in like every 90s movie. And then this guy, J.T. Storm's the star. I guess it's a Black Diamonds to pay father's pardon to South Africa, but he arrives in the United States to finalize what appears to be a simple transaction. As soon as he's soon double-crossed and caught up in contraband, determined by revenge fuel him to overcome an opponent far more lethal than he has ever met. So it looks like an action movie. This guy, TJ Storm's pretty cool. I've seen him in a couple of martial arts movies. He actually is I think he does like mocap too, and he actually was Josh in Resident Evil 5. And then, here, Lorenzo Lamas, big fan of his. I don't think I've seen this one, Good Cop, Bad Cop. So anytime I see a Lorenzo Lamas movie, I pick it up. And here's another one, Moving Target. I just got this one because it's got Linnea Quigley, Hubba Hubba, and Fred Ward, Miles O'Keefe, fan of all of them. Miles O'Keefe was in those like Ator fantasy movies. Speaking of Beastmaster, Burt Ward, of course, fan of him. Who is not a fan of Linnea Quigley after seeing Return of the Living Dead. So all the trash out of the way, I got a few movies that are not trash. I feel like I've done myself a disservice in never seeing these two movies, so I thought I picked them up. But I spent $6 a piece, but I don't want to spend money to stream them. So this is probably the cheapest way I could find them on DVD. Chinatown with Jack Nicholson, supposed to be one of the best noir movies ever. Roman Polanski film. Yeah, so I've been wanting to watch that one, Chinatown. Here's another one, Barry Lyndon, a Stanley Kubrick movie. It like 4 Academy Awards, 1975, probably beat out Jaws. 18th century English nobility. Ryan O'Neal plays the lead. From what I hear about this movie, it looks like a painting, like a work of art, every frame of this, and it's a very exceptional movie. And I never really heard about it much or talk about it. A kid at my work who's like a movie buff was telling me, "Oh man, this movie's so good." And he's only a young man, like he's probably like 25 or so. He was praising this. Oh man, this has got to be good. Yeah, so I got to watch that. Maybe I'll watch that later on today. And then we'll finish off with the VHS trash. I may have showed some of these before. If not, who cares? You don't remember anyway. You probably don't skip through that part anyway. Robin Williams comedy faster than the speed of a bullet. Yeah, this guy, Robin Williams, like he goes and goes, never runs out of energy. That I've asked Tiburon if he wanted that, but I don't think he sounded like he was that interested. Bruce Lee, Return of the Dragon, the one with Chuck Norris, the one that's in Rome. Very cool movie. Okay, here's some. I don't know. Tiburon, speaking of Tiburon, on his last Retrowave podcast episode, he had P-Merc on there. They were talking about mascot movies. Here's one they didn't mention, or they may have mentioned it briefly, Top Dog with Chuck Norris. So I don't know if I might send that over to him. There was a lot of talk of Air Bud and Dunstan checks in. I did find Dunstan checked in on VHS. I might send it somebody's way. Oh, on that same podcast, they were talking about old Charlize Theron. Like she was in one of those movies. I don't remember if it was Mighty Joe Young or one of those mascot movies. But then that made me think of this movie, Reindeer Games, where you get to see a lot of her with Gary Sinise and Ben Affleck. Kind of a action thriller movie from the was it the 90s or late 90s or early 2000s? I might send that over to Tiburon with this package. And here's one, a sealed copy. I don't know if Vince or Tib would want this. Morgan Freeman, Jessica Tandy, Dan Aykroyd in Driving Miss Daisy. Looks like it's seen better days, but it's still sealed. And then I kind of wanted to, oh, and I think I have a copy of this for Vince too. Last Starfighter. Man, I've been hearing, watching these videos and things lately about, oh, this is an underrated lost gem, or this is a hidden classic. It's like revisionist to me. Like, I remember when I was a kid, everyone loved this. This was popular. It might just be like it's fallen out of the mainstream within the past like 20 years or so, but everyone's acting like this is some hidden gem that no one knows about. The Last Starfighter with Lance Guest, directed by Nick Castle. This was up there almost with Star Wars when I was a kid. Every kid loved this movie. Epic space adventure, kind of video game related. Great special. It was like one of the earlier movies that used CGI. It had good practical effects, cool alien designs, everything. This was a really cool movie. Catherine Mary Stewart's the love interest in there. What's his name from Dano Hurley? I can never pronounce his name. Dano Hurley from RoboCop, and I think he was in Twin Peaks. That English actor. He's like the alien buddy in this. Yeah, great movie. If you like stuff like Star Wars or Star Fox or things like that, like this is the movie right here. And I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and I guess a lot of people my age never heard of it. Just maybe it was just in my area, my group of friends. It seemed like it was on TV all the time, and everyone loved this movie. Here's one I had when I was a kid, Weird Al Yankovic's music video library. Pretty funny. It has Like a Surgeon, Smells Like Nirvana, Eat It, Living with a Hernia, Dare to Be Stupid, This Is the Life. I think that was from Johnny Dangerously. I Lost on Jeopardy, I Love Rocky Road, Christmas at Ground Zero, Ricky, the I Love Lucy themed one, One More Minute. That was funny. Here's a sealed one. I think I might have this. I'll see if Vince is into that. Darby O'Gill and the Little People with Sean Connery. Oh, she is my dear, my darling one, my smiling and beguiling one. There he is. Cute little leprechaun movie. A Disney movie. That's a Disney classic right there. I don't hear too many people talking about that. I guess I'll end on these two movies because I just watched them over the last couple of weeks. There's a genre of movie I'm really into. It's probably my favorite genre, and I've probably seen most of them by now. It's such a weird little sub-genre. I think I'm the only one who's into it. It's movies that are scored by John Barry, who has done the James Bond movies. I just love his sound. He's probably my favorite artist of all time by far. But I've been watching movies with his soundtrack. I watched Masquerade, which I cannot find a copy of that movie, which is fantastic with Rob Lowe. And here's another one kind of similar, like a noir, Killed on a Beach House type movie. Jagged Edge with Glenn Close and Jeff Bridges. Kind of a disturbing movie. Not visually graphic, just the subject matter is very gross. This is a courtroom drama. It's very, very good. Set in San Francisco, so it's a very beautiful scenery. Like the more beautiful parts of San Francisco you see. A courtroom drama, very good drama. Glenn Close plays a defense attorney for Jeff Bridges, who is accused of murdering his wife. They can't find the killer. His wife's brutally murdered, and she owns a company that he works for, so they think he did it, so she's defending him. She used to be partners with the prosecutor lawyer, and they butt heads, and they did some shady things in the past. There's a lot of fun dynamics going on in this movie. John Barry score, not really the high point of the movie to me. I just think it's a good movie, but good John Barry music is always, it kind of sounds like horror movie music. I've never really heard a John Barry score like this. Yeah, this was directed by Richard Marquand. Yeah, I just wanted to watch it. I like Jeff Bridges. Glenn Close is kind of the boss in this. Like she's like pretty when she has her little courtroom moments. Like she's pretty sharp. Her character. Robert Loggia, Loggia, how do you say that? He's in here. Yeah, cool movie though. Yeah, the end kind of feels like Halloween. The end is very scary. The end of this movie. Yeah, so I was thinking about this movie and A View to a Kill were both set in San Francisco, and they both had John Barry music that just only a John Barry nerd would know. And then kind of getting off of that, I was kind of wanted to watch this movie for a while. I like noir movies, and I confess I'm a fan of Die Another Day by Lee Tamahori. And this is a Lee Tamahori movie from the early 90s, Mulholland Falls, with Nick Nolte, Melanie Griffith, Chaz Palminteri. You would know him if you saw him. This guy right here, he's really good in it. And Chris Penn and Michael Madsen, who both passed away too. I think all of these guys passed away. Wow. And then Melanie Griffith and Nick Nolte leads. Nick Nolte and these four guys are like a group of cops. This is a badass movie. This movie is freaking good. I don't know why I didn't watch this movie. All-star cast everywhere in this movie. Even like minor characters are big stars. John Malkovich has a role in it. Treat Williams. Even Rob Lowe has a little part, and what's his name? William Peterson from Manhunt. And oh my gosh, the movie's kind of based around Jennifer Connelly. Oh my gosh, Jennifer Connelly in this. Whew. Yeah, kind of set in the 40s, noir cop movie. Nick Nolte is this hard-nosed cop, like a badass group of cops here. They ride around in a convertible around. They kind of bully everyone, but they're not really that corrupt. They just kind of like when the New York gangsters get into town, these guys will bully them. They'll go beat the crap out of him and throw him off of a cliff and beat him almost to death. And then they scare away all the gangsters from New York. So they kind of do some stuff they shouldn't be doing, but they're not really super corrupt. But this movie, they look into this murder. I don't want to give too much away. They look into this murder, and they're getting deeper into it, and it has kind of a connection to Nick Nolte's character. Like he kind of knows the person who is murdered, and his poor wife, like he's cheating on his poor wife, Melanie Griffith. Melanie Griffith. Yeah, and then the FBI gets involved in this case. The murder kind of goes up to high levels, like military. It has to do with like the John Malkovich's character is the developer of the atomic bomb. He's kind of a crazy character in this. He kind of reminds me of a Bond villain. So this movie kind of starts kind of low, but it gets up high. Like the FBI gets involved, the military. Very, very cool movie. Yeah, Nick Nolte is the boss in this. Is that it? Okay, I just want to talk about a couple movies I've watched lately. We know what we do. Yeah, we got under an hour. Heck yeah. So thanks again, Tiburon, for the package. And if I was hasty with something, let me know if I'm missing something good in there. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm thinking about trying to go reorganize my VHS tapes right now and find all my doubles. So I guess I'll go do that. I don't know. I might try to stream that live, but for now, that's it for the pickups. Thanks everyone for watching.